All right, guys, could you, I think you can type in, could you guys confirm you can see the screen and hear my voice? There should be a live chat where you can comment or ask questions. All right, perfect, Brian. We'll just wait another minute or so. Um, I got the master sheet ready as well. We'll go over the plays and everything, and you're gonna see that we'll get more and more organized as we get into the new year. Hey, Mark, how are you doing, man? Hey, Danny. All right. I'm gonna get started, but I want to quickly go over a couple of things. Okay, so the first thing is that we need to get right into is the QT. Last week was 48 billion. I believe that's the biggest QT we've done in a single week. Our target's usually around 95, so they did more than half in the start of November. And I think that's no coincidence that you do that, and then before a day prior, Pavel tells you that, and you could listen to the whole thing again. He specifically said that he's better off overdoing the tightening rather than ending it prematurely. That's the key point. And this is why, Mark, we'll probably cover that on Wednesday too. I think stocks can go lower now, way lower. And like if you go excessive, you understand you're going to liquidate some funds, they will panic sell and they will get margin called. So that statement, if he means it, which I think he means it because he was very direct and he said it multiple times. um, I saw someone's tweet and it made perfect sense. And the tweet was, Facebook is below its COVID low. Amazon's pretty close. Google's pretty close. What's a Tesla is the only one that's about pre-COVID low is 64. Right now it's at 200. Right. So I think Tesla is going to have a bigger drop. And I'm starting to think that we can see Tesla at 65 to 70 by next year. But that's kind of what my opinion is. And if the macro factors sometime line up, let me see how many people we have, and then I'll get started. All right, cool. Okay, so the first chart that I want to go over is our existing plays. So our existing plays MPW. The one that I'm watching here, and I know Kev was asking me this, is when you look at the daily chart of this, um, right here, I'll just draw the supply for you guys. This is the supply. We keep failing on it, but let me go smaller because we can't afford for it to go that high. Give me a second. 1130 is what I'm watching, but if we have to, 1180 would be my dead stop on it. Kev, if you're watching this, unless it will be recorded, so we'll have a look at it after. But I'm currently in this play. I'm in the December. It's only down 5 cents per contract, so $5 per contract. So not worth December 16. Um, what 1126, 1180, so about 20% stop loss here. So the risk and reward is there. If it goes all time low 990, that will give us about 250%. So I take it. um, okay. The next one I have is TPB. I posted about this. They had $1.5 million put sweeps on it. Let's go daily. And I was like looking at the trend line. We So this is on Friday. It sold off from 50 all the way till 44 before we got the pump. I think we get some good opportunities loading, because we're positioned very bearish and they might try covering their profits before Tuesday, the mid election. So I think we might get an opportunity here to short. If I look at the 5 minutes on this, give me a second. I'll be right back, guys. Apologies, guys. So this one I'm looking at. Let's go an hour. Sorry. 51 if it goes there. I'm not looking to add right here, so I'm gonna put. Let me pull the flow for you guys. Give me a second. I tweeted about it, so I'm just gonna pull the tweet quickly. So it's $49. Put suite 1.2 million on November 11th, and they have earnings in 3 days. So it's Wednesday. I think I put it here. Pre-market. So if it goes higher, I'm looking at it, and then so that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking to get put on the low of the day or something. I'm looking for supply only. So that's TTD. Next one I had was Palantir. Now, I think this could be a big play. I usually never trade this name. I used to about a year ago, but the reason why I like this is they have earning Monday. And so let's say if it doesn't do anything, there's something called IV flush, where the IV gets drained if the stock doesn't move up or down. And we might be able to get stuff for cheap. So I had a zone drawn. Yeah, right here. So we have two options. We either break this trend line or we get up here. If we get up here, this stock is the biggest fake out of all stocks. If anyone's played this long enough, you understand that Palantir fails a lot on key level. It's sort of like snow. So if they do really well and get somewhere around here, it'll do something like, what was the name that we played? SoFi. SoFi, I sold it right at open and it just tanked from on. So I'm looking for this to either get here. So I'm going to set my alert here. So, or if I'm gonna watch this actively on Monday, or if this fails this trend line, I'm looking at it. This thing can easily go back to $4 or $5. Most of these stocks, and I don't play this strategy. A lot of times these stocks during bullish time, if you guys were playing 2020, what was it? D-Dog. We played a lot of SaaS name, and they would go 1,000 and 2,000% after earnings because that's when the investors who were sitting on the sidelines would make the decision if they want to go in or not. It was like a confirmation for them. So in bearish market, what I'm noticing is if the earning isn't good, or even if it is good, they're getting out. The only name that looked really strong was AMD. AMD had pretty bad earnings, but they didn't sell off. It's still holding the 62 level. I think they come after Tesla and Apple. We'll get there in a second, but if we break this trend line, 713, this could be a 300-400% play. So I'm keeping in the premiums will be really cheap on Palantir. Let me see. Oh, my TD's died. Um, but that's what I'm looking at. So next one, I only have 6 names, and then we're going to go over Excel sheet. Um, so Tesla, you should already be in display. This is my fib on display. And if you look at it, this was the supply that I was watching. It failed the supply, broke, and then it closed above 205. 205 is the key level. If we break 205 this time around, I think we've tested it multiple times. That is the 100% level. Here's the 1.697 is what also Fib's saying. And let me show you guys. I'm going to clear this chart. This is normally this is pre-earnings, pre-split, but I think we get here and we bounce from here, the 180.55 level, and that's kind of what my eyes on for this week. I think we get to 180, and then after election we get another leg down, and this thing gets to 150 between now till next month. But there's a lot of room for this thing to go down, guys. I know a lot of people think it's Tesla, it won't, but uh, you have to see in order for SPX to go lower, money needs to be getting away from some place. Amazon's done, Facebook is done, Google's going down. There's money in Microsoft, Apple, and Tesla. I think Apple is a lot easier to play than Microsoft, and Tesla is a lot harder unless you buy a lot of time on it. Tesla IVs all over the place. Let me know if you guys have any question. So I have the 200 call for put for Tesla for this week. They added 180 January put for about 10 million. This also has something similar what Apple has in terms of puts, but Apple's insane. Apple's about 60 million right now, and that person's up about 23 million. So that's Tesla. This is my target level for Tesla, 180. Next is Apple. Again, I love the fibs on Tesla and Apple. I think we get to 128 faster than most people think. But you see that this demand zone buyers got in. We break 133.58. This thing goes. One thing I've noticed about Apple is if you look at it, it's not that easy to play. Just look at the daily green, red, couple of green, then red, green, red. In the last 2 3 days, this thing went from this is FOMC from Wednesday to Friday. It went from 155 to 138. We've never seen that before. A stock like Apple go from 152 to 138. That's insane. Um, to me, like it feels like there's a lot of weakness in the stock here, and just look at the pattern here. We've seen that before. You got one, two, three, four candles. You get a bounce, and then you get a drop. Let me see if I can find something similar. So what I'm trying to say is I'll give you the macro approach. We usually go over SPX trade first, but we'll go it at the end, and you'll see why. I told everyone be careful swinging puts on SPX, especially on Monday, because technically you closed green on SPX, and this pattern, just look circle it so it's easier for people to see. Key demand zone, same thing. You bounce and then you dump again. So am I saying we can get a 146? No, but I'd be careful. It's a big demand zone. All right, that's Apple. The next one is Meta. I saw some calls come in for this. They're buying 100 calls for this for January. They keep buying it. They're averaging down on it. So I'd be very careful if I was shorting Meta at this level. That's all I have to say for Meta. I'm not saying go buy it, but I'm just saying that if we let's go daily. Yeah, it's daily. Meta is at September October 2015 levels. So be careful. My target is for Monday is SPX rating, and we'll go over it. That's why I kept it for the last. And let me know if you guys have any question. Before that, I want to quickly cover events. So let me pull the calendar up. We got the elections on Tuesday all day. We have CPI on Thursday. I'll give you some information about CPI. The consensus is 7.9%. The Cleveland Fed prediction is 8.1%. I think we'll be higher than 8.1%. So I think we go up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We got Fed speaking because their blackout's over, and sorry, SCPI is Thursday. I think Wednesday you should see somewhat a dump at close to position for Thursday, and then Thursday is what we change for another leg down. That's kind of my opinion on it. Any questions so far? Hey, Daryl. Uh, any question do you guys have? None? Okay. At the end of it, can you also let me know? You can just message me. Do you like this format better or do you like Zoom better? So after we're done, I think it takes about half an hour for it to process and upload directly on the YouTube. So as long as you're subscribed, you should be able to click and view it. But this is what I'll be watching for SPX. Let's add some moving average. So where is my view app? So we rejected the 50 MA, and let's see if we break it or not. And I've said this to you guys before. CTAs buy and sell, basically funds buy and sell based on moving averages. So if we get over this level here, 3806, you will see something called excessive buying, and that's funds buying. If we stay lower, that means they're not doing anything before elections, which is Tuesday. So we might just consolidate here or retest 3733 or 3720 and stay in this range. That's what I'm looking at. I've never shown you a chart this way, but I'll repeat myself. So for Monday, if we don't break this level 3804, let me see what this level is. Yeah, it's 3804. What will happen is we should consolidate between this level. We may go lower than 3733 and retest 3720, but that might be choppy because they might just be all cash or no trades before Tuesday. So Monday will give us a better idea. I might, based on how I go, might do another mid meeting on Monday or Tuesday. But I'll let you guys know. But my focus will be Apple Tesla. I'm already not touching it. It will be SPX, and then on Monday Palantir. Do you guys have any questions? If not, then I'm pretty much done. I'm planning on doing another mid meeting to go over after election, see what happens. Okay, if not, then let's go over the Excel sheet. Let me know what the feedback is about the Excel sheet either. I've tried updating it. So what I've done is I moved the lottos in here too, and then I put an SPX in here too. So if you look at it, we have the AMD, the Meta, Tesla, MPW, Netflix, Tesla, Oxy. Goose failed, SoFi did well, Apple did fine. Meta, technically, I should It's green, but it's not really green. It should be like nothing. It was 110 to 120. I probably took an L on this trade because my commission was probably more than 10 cents, but I put in there SPX, three failed trades, three green trades, 50% success rate on SPX, which honestly I've never done better than that with SPX, and I'm okay with that. SPX I can live with that. Um, this week we did fairly good, and I think back of the mind I know I'm doing this, so I hold myself more accountable too, just to be more transparent. Because like I don't want to overlook this either, but like the more reds here, it bothers me. So I'm trying to make sure the only trades that I call out are high probability. If you see there's something not right or wrong, feel free to let me know. I've given you guys access so you can click on it live, but I update this at the end of the day. So um, we've taken a total of 10 trades this week, which is uh, two trades on average. That's not bad. If you guys remember last year, this number would be about 27 to 30. SPX, I've taken six. So a total of 16 trades. We've got one red, two, three, four reds, and I've included lotto just so like any trade. So 12. We'll go over this every, it's about 75%. I've been playing very small though, not gonna lie. I haven't really felt good about most of the trades in terms of how much the volatility is, except the Tesla and the Apple trade, because there's so much more room to go. Monday, I think SPY QQQ would be a better trade. But yeah, that's basically it from me, guys. If there's nothing else, then we'll probably end it here. And you can message me on Discord if you have any more questions. Cool. All right. Bye, guys. I'm going to end it now.